Aloha, aloha. Okay. There we go. Everything's set up. What's up, everybody? Is it an issue if I bring this up? Yeah, it does kind of pop up. It's okay. Final 30. Market close before the weekend. We're just looking to capture maybe $500 more profit. There's probably one more move that we can make here. Most likely one more. It's been a really...
1 minute. Quad rotation system armed for buy.
Okay.
And
Well, quad
1 minute.
Quad system is
rotation
prepped.
system armed for buy. YM 1 minute. Quad rotation system armed for buy.
So we're primed for a bounce here. Okay, we're gonna take it. It's a little early, but we're gonna take it. Okay, got a lot of volume around this line here. These are about to cross. Bullish divergence, we might be good to buy soon here. Instead of trailing top here, we'll do it at the previous low here. So max loss of like 50 bucks. If we clear this, we're good. And the next main resistance zone. Wow, really? It's up here and down here. So we got resistance up here, so we're gonna... This will be one take profit. This will be like 25 bucks. Let's go to the 5-minute chart here. You're kind of floating around here. This is definitely a profit zone there, and then the next one would be up here. So total profit will somewhere be around 75 if we can capture it all. This might just turn though. It's been a bloody day. Is everything else primed? No. Okay, so this one activated. These three activated here. It is still bearish though. I'm in it very early. So you should generally wait until this recaptures, like on the 5-minute. We would essentially need to recapture this whole candle to really get confirmation. But it's the end of the day. 30 minutes left. Even on the 2-minute, at least till we get up here. The 1-minute and the 2-minute really line up, so there's a lot of selling pressure here. If we reject off this 20-day moving average, I'm just going to get out on the trade. And by rejection, I mean on like the candle close, if we can't close above it. Oh, you guys want to see the chart probably on the mobile? Okay. Yeah, this is probably an out on the market here.
Order filled.
I'm just gonna cancel it, even though I had a trailing stop set up. I don't like that. So much negative pressure. So that trade was a loss of 35 bucks, and the one before it a loss of 50. Here are our current accounts right now. I'm just copy trading them, so we just sit and wait now. Gold is sort of towards the high. Nasdaq is a little bit behind. It's a little bit behind. We do have a definitive trade line here, trend line here though. So what we really want, we want to break this 20-day moving average, and we want to break this trend line. Oops, we want to break the 20-day moving average here, the red, and then we want to break that trend line. That's what we want to do.
Bitcoin, 1 minute, 40 to 4 divergence pair. Stage 2 confirmed.
Might be a possibility for a short on Bitcoin soon. Wow, big reds, big reds. This might just dump until the end of the day. I think Iraq did just have a force majeure, right? Force majeure, Middle East. I think I heard that like about 20 minutes ago. Qatar, Bahrain, Kuwait, and chemical suppliers are declaring a force majeure. So these declarations allow companies to suspend contractual obligations due to uncontrollable circumstances, like oil and gas shipments. So that probably means that oil and gas are going to go nuts. About 20 minutes ago, what was that? So that was somewhere around here. It didn't really move that much, to be honest. We don't have this trend tracker for oil, but oil's crazy volatile right now. I'd be very careful. I would be very careful. So what are we looking for?
1 minute, quad rotation system armed for buy.
Okay, so our
5 minute, quad rotation system armed for buy.
So Nasdaq.
5 minute, quad rotation system armed
Oh,
for
and
buy.
another time frame too, eh? The
And
5
Q,
minute as well.
1 minute, quad rotation system armed for buy. YM, 5 minute, quad rotation system armed for buy.
So all the indices are ready to pop and do a reversal here. All primed. Our stochastics are all below the 20% mark. But we're still dumping. We need a confirmation of it reversing. Otherwise it's just, oh my gosh. Oof. Oof. Most people would chase this. Don't chase. We broke this trend line, which means this is probably going lower. And we'll have to identify a new trend line. And there just might not be a trade for the rest of the day.
And Q, 3 minute, quad rotation system armed for buy. ES, 3 minute, quad rotation system armed for buy.
Okay, every time frame 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute. They're all ready for a little mini reversal. Do you see how we get these little mini reversals every once in a while? The market needs to breathe, right? Every chart needs to breathe. It needs to be a relaxation of the pressure in one direction. While we're waiting for that, let's check if there's any interesting news. Canadian core retail sales came in lower. Came in lower, so did their PPI. And then the RMPI came in lower as well. Well, much lower. Trying to see if there's anything interesting really quick. Iraqi oil production was cut by like 2/3. Just remarks on Fox News. This is not too long ago they posted this. Energy prices are temporary. Energy supplies continue to grow. So they're pretty bullish. Nobody's doom and gloom yet. Sure. Okay, dude. Like, no. No, you weren't. Denmark, you weren't going to blow up your own airfields, and nobody was going to invade Greenland. This propaganda is wild. Wild. Trump declines to comment on a report on Karg Island plan. Okay, cool. Yeah, of course. Why would you report on it? And there we go. We keep dumping. So we're just going to need to find a new resistance zone here. Wait for that first reversal candle. And what we're looking for is saying to either recapture this. We're looking for an engulfing candle. I think I can access both the chats now. I think I only had Twitch up. Got both of them up now. Cool. We're still a ways away from it. It might just be, we might be waiting for 10-minute rigged here. In 12 minutes, we'll get a big push of market orders for the next day. Do we have earnings? Earnings tomorrow. Do we have any earnings? I don't think this has any earnings listed on it. Okay, let's check earnings calendar. On Monday.
ES,
we do
1 minute. Quad rotation system armed for buy.
Here we go. There's a reversal.
ES 3 minute. Quad rotation system armed for buy. And Q.
Once these cross,
quad rotation system armed for
once
buy.
these stochastics cross, we're good to go. We're good to fire. So we probably want to enter up here. When our next green candle goes up to here, we can enter. Until then, this could just be a little bit of a breath and it just keeps dumping. Just want to be sure. You want to be sure when you trade, right? You want to make money. Don't want to gamble. Okay. They're about to cross. This closes above here.
And Q. 5 minutes.
So sure shine go.
Quad rotation system armed for buy.
It did close.
5 minute. Quad rotation system armed for buy. YM.
Stochastics haven't all crossed
Quad
though.
rotation system armed for buy.
Hasn't all crossed. Yeah, I'm just waiting. Might get a little bit of a pullback, but there's not an enormous amount of volume down there, right? Because we just kind of, yeah, we're right at the peak volume range. You guys can't really see it, but this is the peak volume range right here. If I drag this over, that's where it is, right there. On the mobile, you guys saw that now. Okay, comes down again a little bit. I'm going to get in. We got a lot of upwards pressure, which is nice. Entering with 2 contracts. We're going to look to try and break this 20-day moving average. Let's put a trailing stop on for 50, so we don't need to stress if there's a huge move. So put the stop just below the low where we pivoted. Now this could go right into the 10-minute rigged. And this could just reverse very nicely. Or it'll just breathe and continue to dump, which is why I put the... Yeah, we got nice buying pressure down here. This is on the 5-minute chart. Yeah, like there's a good 238 points worth of movement that we could go up. In the end of the day.
YM, 1 minute, quad rotation buy signal.
The Dow just triggered a buy. I think I might actually get into the Dow as well. End of the day, micro Dow though, micro. If we clear this 20-day moving average, I'm in. Otherwise, I'm just going to go back to the MES. Let's look at our positions down here. We're waiting. I'm going to lose the opportunity if we wait too long. We are kind of halfway through the buying opportunity. We're going to go now. Going to do the same thing, trailing stop at like 50 bucks. That's fine. Actually, if I want to be safe, we move, well, okay, want to be safe, we move it down just below there. Puts us at about $100 trail stop. We can break that. Let's go back to the MES. Okay, if we pass that, there's gonna be some resistance up here. We can take some profit. We're gonna do a limit sell right around this. Oops, resistance zone. Why is it popping? Why is it doing that? what's going on? Okay, right on that blue line. And the reason we put that blue line there is because we had a lot of orders back here. Where was it? Why did I put? Oh no, that's where the volume. That's where like a lot of the volume of the orders were. That's what it was. Back to the 1-minute chart. And then our next take profit zone is up here where we have this volume line right here. So limit sell. Our trailing stop is almost a break even. It's nice that it's bouncing. Our Dow trade is going well as well. This is about the same, so we're gonna have to take part profits somewhere around here, this volume line, and then the next volume line is up here.
Order filled.
Oh, did we hit our take profit? We did. So we took some off the table. That's great. We're gonna have to change our trailing stop now to 1 contract. Reset the trailing stop. I know I can have 2 windows open, but I like to see the big window.
YM, 5 minute.
Another
Buy signal.
Another buy signal triggered for MYM on the 5-minute. So like I said, this candle has to recapture this downward zone. Now the Nasdaq is dropping. So the Nasdaq dropping, that means tech isn't doing well. If we're kind of stalling out here, I might take one of them off the table. Are they moving in tandem? A little bit. It's a little bit of relaxation there. Hey, I'll call you back, okay? I'll call you back. Okay. Bye. Yeah, I gotta go. Bye. Okay, don't want to get distracted here. Nice little bounce. So we already captured 50. We already captured $50. See if we can capture another 50 here. Or 25 in this case. The Dow might be just stuck. We're almost overbought on everything. Oh, I missed the little pop. I was looking at my at my indicators. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna move this to my
And
break
Q,
even.
22 range.
And Q just
Simple
went long.
divergence bull.
Oh, it's just a bull divergence. Bullish divergence. Okay. On the divergence, we got the on the 60 time frame. We got bullish signals, but on the shorter time frames, we've got bearish signals. Guys, if you have a method, if you have an easy method that's repeatable, just follow the method. Don't let your emotions get a hold of you. These are good trades. They're kind of losing momentum here though, so I think I might probably get out of them. Yeah, the ES is kind of reaching a cap there. I'm out of the ES. Let's go to the Dow. Oops. We're getting to the top of our ranges here.
Order filled.
I'm just gonna cancel out of the trade. Take $30 there. So total capture was about $150, and we might be able to get one more. 10-minute rigged is in 2 minutes. Would love to break out of this this zone, this trend zone here. We would really see some serious upside, but it's Friday. Fridays usually market goes down. It's usually negative. Digga-digga-digga-digga-digga-dip. Hope everyone's having a really nice Friday. Oh, something happened with... What was this? 13 minutes ago, my microphone is unmuted, but it has no signal. I'm sure there's a signal. I just don't think I was talking. You see, it's a good thing we got out of that. We were lingering around these top levels for too long. We would have stopped out with almost no profit. Okay. Let's get oh, I don't even notice I didn't have my camera up here. Webcam. Where do I put it? Let's put it up here. Let's put it up there. Why is this not... Can I bring this forward? Bring it forward. Group into scene. Why
ES,
the...
3-minute, quad rotation cell signal.
I'm so confused why the
ES,
webcam is not
3-minute, quad rotation
showing
by
up. Can I
signal.
send these to the back? Oh, we got a nice little move there. Okay, if we break this, I'm going to get back into it. If we break this trend line. This volume there is the... Let's do a stop buy. So if we trigger this, actually a little bit above. If we trigger above, we'll enter into it automatically. Okay, so I'm just trying to figure out why the webcam... Hide from vertical. Okay. I'm very confused why I can't see this. Properties. There we go. That was weird. Okay, let's resize this though. Okay, we're gonna trigger it in a sec here.
Order filled.
Mr. Zam, how you doing, buddy? Is this projecting nicely on Twitch? I mean on X? Is it projecting nicely here? We're in. So we hit our signal here. We're kind of in no man's land and getting towards the top though, so we just gotta be careful. I'm not even gonna put a stop. I'm just gonna manually get out of it if I see something I don't like. So we're into our 10-minute rigged. We got 7 minutes left in the market. This could just run, break this. If it breaks this volume zone of trade orders, then we're going. Let's look at the DOM. We got some nice action. Nice action. So I'm also trying to keep an eye on my kid. So we're multitasking here. Multitasking. Yeah, we're almost peaked out on the 3 minute on the S&P. Oh, you guys can't see the 3 minute. Yeah, you can. Good. I kept it on the phone view for X because I figure most people are on their phones, but I can do the computer widescreen one too. Okay, the 3 minute we definitely have. Here we go. If we cross this zone up here, I'm going to add to the position.
Bitcoin, 3 minute, quad rotation system armed for sell.
Yeah, Bitcoin might dump here.
1 minute.
Let's take a
Quad
quick look at
rotation
it.
System armed for sell. NQ.
Nasdaq is
22
also.
range, simple divergence pair.
Yeah, Bitcoin's just been choppy all day. Okay, a little bit of a pullback. It's fine. 1 minute, we still have a divergence. We need to cross this volume line up here before I add another position. Oh, the volume line, there it is. Okay, I thought it disappeared. Woo! How many times a week do I do this? Well, I trade every single day. Probably not good for me, but I do it every day. And I'm planning to start going live every day around this time, kind of close to market close. Even though market open and the overnight markets are, I think, better in my opinion. But market close, you can get some good movers. Oh, okay, we crossed it. If we close a candle here, we have 1 minute on this chart. If we close up here and we get the start of another green candle, I'm adding one more, and then I'm going to add some trailing stops. Like I said, I'd love to get up to 500 today, but I'm not going to be greedy. Up to 1500, I mean. Lots of strength. The 1 minute is completely oversold though. 3 minute. 3 minutes still has a little bit of room to run. And the 5 minute has a lot of room to run. So on the 1 minute we might get some pullbacks, but we got some opportunity to add here. So we did start with another bullish candle, so I'm adding one more. I'm gonna add a trailing stop. And actually we're gonna just set it to the break even. Just under break even. Yeah, it's 625 now. Because I don't want to end the day off negative and just be annoyed. Actually, though, the big jump was down here, so I probably should have about a $46 loss limit. This candle is strong. It's probably not good for me, Mr. Sam. I probably need to just pick and choose what days. You just get obsessed, kind of trying to look like you start to feel like you always have to trade, and you don't. You don't truly. You can make. I mean, if you make $100 a day, you're good. I'm being greedy right now. I'm already up 1,100 on 4 accounts. So, and I'm just having some fun on a prop trading firm. So. So this is on the 3-minute. We had our first little red. So this is why I said that on the 1-minute we were going to get a little bit of a pullback. And we did. Which is actually good. We want that. It means some orders cleared up. 3 minutes until market close. Right at market close, it might dump though. So we got to be careful. Now the 3-minute is kind of getting maxed out as well. So see if we can get a big push right up to here. Right up to the 200-day moving average. If we close out there, we'll close out with another $150 in profit. We'll end the day with $1,300 across 4 accounts. So that's like 5,200, something like that, dollars. Okay. If it hesitates here for a while, I'm moving this up to break even. I don't want to get a dump in the last minute. It is a Friday, right? And I think a lot of our options contracts expiring today. I think they are. The monthlies expire today. So we're also going to have a lot of volume. And this is primarily where this is coming from. End of the day, a lot of volume for options contracts. We might be stalling out here. That's on the 1-minute, the 3-minute. I don't like these wicks at the top showing a slowing of momentum. If we can break this level where we closed a couple times right here, closed sort of down here twice, right around that range, and then twice up here, that'll be really great. And then on the 15-minute, this just looks so bullish, man. This hammer. It looks incredibly bullish. We're up to that zone. Nice. See if we can crack it. We have a big volume spike here. We might stop out. And I would not be terribly sad about that. We're kind of max ranging here.
Order filled.
We stopped out. That's it. And that was a $30 trade. It says we lost money on that last one somehow. We did not lose money on that. I don't know why I would say that. It's so weird. Why would I say that I lost money on it when it clearly said that I had plus $30 profit? And we went up too. That's very weird. Super strange. Yeah. Oh, trust me, dude. I've lost my fair share. Lost my fair share.
YM, 1 minute, quad rotation system armed for sell. Bitcoin,
Yeah.
3 minute, quad
Markets are
rotation
closed.
system armed for sell.
Let's see if everything turns and starts dumping. I got about 10 minutes that I could stay in the firm to trade. They close earlier. They close at 3 or 5:10, 4:10, excuse me. Could just keep running. I think it's gonna bounce off the 200-day moving average. So we could do one more little trade. We'll go 3 little contracts because that's where we're maxed out on everything. We're really overbought. So this would be a key level. I'm just gonna put the limit sell in there. We might not even hit it. Do we?
Bitcoin, 1 minute, quad rotation system armed for sell.
Bitcoin is
Yes,
maxed too.
1 minute, quad rotation system armed for
Oof.
sell.
We're so close to getting it. We're so close to getting it.
NQ, 22 range, simple divergence bear.
Got a bearish divergence on the NQ. 500 is still kind of looking bullish. That was it. We just got in. Okay, let's just like bring it down like a 1 point, and let's see if we fill it. If we don't, and we close down below here, I'm not gonna look for another one.
NQ, 1 minute, quad rotation system armed for sell.
Let's get the calculator out here. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4. So it stands right now. We're up 4,688 dollars today on these 4 accounts. Volume is really slowing down too. There's no pickup of volume, so there's no more trade. That's it. I am curious on Bitcoin though, because we're primed for a sell signal here. See how we're topping out repeatedly on the 3-minute 2. Got a hammer going that way,
Bitcoin,
which is generally
3 minute,
bullish, but
quad rotation system armed for sell.
we do have this quad rotation getting ready here. Thanks, Mr. Zam.
Order filled.
Oh, it filled us on the MES. I didn't think it would fill us. Is this going to continue then? I actually didn't want this trade. I forgot that I left it up. We're totally oversold, but I could just run.
YM, 1 minute.
Looking forward to our meeting
quad rotation
tomorrow,
system
Mr.
armed
Zam.
for sell.
I'm very excited. David's excited too. David's really excited to learn. He knows nothing about crypto. Absolutely nothing. And actually, the more I was thinking about it, I was like, it just makes so much more sense to integrate XRP into our equity fund, because the amount of large transactions that we're going to be doing, we're just going to be bleeding money, basically. Doing like a $3 million, $4 million transaction like every couple months. That's a lot of funds and commissions that banks will take. Oh, Bitcoin has like flashing all red right now.
ES, 1 minute.
There we go.
Rotation
We did get that
system
reversal,
armed
you
for
see?
sell.
We did get that rotation. So I'm going to be safe here. I'm going to... Yeah, let's place a stop right at break even here. Let's look to take 2 off the table down here. Limit buy at this volume zone. Right here. So I'll be $100 in profit if we clear that, and then we'll just let the last one run. And you see we're about to cross these 80% lines. If we cross them, this will dump a lot more. We'll probably get right back down to the 50-day moving average. Definitely hit the 20. It might bounce off the 20. Let's look at the 3-minute chart. This is a really big bearish signal too. The Morningstar, I believe. Is that what it's called? Yeah. I gotta look at my terms, my stock terms. I just know what they look like. I don't know what they're called.
Bitcoin, 3-minute, quad rotation system armed for sale.
If we get back down to this zone here, this 65-64 zone, and it's just kind of being stubborn and jumping around it, I'm just going to take the 2 contracts off early. Lock in some of that profit. Oops. Why is it doing that? Do I not have this set up as a hotkey anymore? No, I don't. Okay. We might stop out here. I wouldn't be totally upset about it. Because it could just reverse and just run up again. It really could.
Order filled.
That's fine. No more. We're done. Make sure to cancel all orders, flatten everything. That's it. It was a pretty good recovery in the last 10 minutes. Like, that's... How many points is that? So, from this moment that we started dumping, do a little analysis here. We dropped 297 points. Ooh, I'm getting phone calls. I'll take that in a sec. From here, so we recovered and we went up 146 points. So it's a pretty good move. It's a pretty good move. If you got into those, say we got in right around here, I think, around that volume line. So if we just would have bought and held and not taken any profits off, would have ended up with like 93. I want to pull up another calculator because I need this number. So 93 times, we're on the MES, so 1.25 equals times 2. So about $232. So we're just like 100. We're like $80 shy if we would have just held. So I'm not too disappointed about that. I don't know why I deleted that.
1 minute. Quad rotation system armed for sale.
169 divided by 232. So we hit 72% of our potential. 73% of our potential, which is great. So this is one of the methods that I'm going to teach everyone in the investing course, whether you want to just day trade or whatever. Or even for larger, right? This system works for like hourly time frames too. You just got to wait a lot longer for moves. Here are all my lines. It's like you see, you get the stochastics work here. So the market is poised to bounce on an hourly time scale right now. And this is a huge bullish signal as well. So this is something that you would... So if you're an options trader, of course we have the war risk, right? But over the weekend, I would buy some call options for maybe like the 6634 range, which we'll just have to figure out how that lines up on the SPY since this is futures. And then of course you can take this to the daily as well and see how the stochastics are doing. See, we've been very choppy every day, just kind of up, down, up, down, up, down. We're just kind of range bound. We're stuck here. This is the first breakout that we've had towards the downside in the futures, like really aggressively in a while. We basically had
The market is closed.
from here on 1, 2, 3, 4 down days in the last week. In the last 7 days. 4 down days in the last 7 days. So we got a lot of thick volume lines down here too though, so we're looking for a big bounce if everything goes well. We did cross this important range though here where we closed on several days. Of course this goes back to last year's March. There's Liberation Day. Let's look on the weekly. Lots of economic data happened. So I mean, look. I mean, on the weekly, we were just stuck up here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 weeks. And it's only the last 3 weeks. It's only the last 3 weeks that we started dropping like crazy, and this is basically where the war started, right over here. So amid all the economic worries and everything, we've been flying. We've just been flying. I should probably turn all this. Yeah, I can turn that off. So, anyways. Next week's another week. But yeah, I teach you how to read all these things. Actually, I can give a real quick demo into a strategy you can use for market open. Okay. Let's do it. So let's find market open on my time zone at 8:30. Okay. So imagine this box isn't here. You look at the first 15-minute candle. Okay. You measure from the bottom of the range to the top of the range.
1 minute. Quad rotation.
So we're going to measure from the
arm
bottom
sell.
to the top. So that's 79 points. Okay. On the daily, keep that number in your mind, 79. On the daily, we're going to look at this thing called average true range ATR. That's how you can search it in indicators. Average true range, right down there, okay? You're going to look at the number down here. So you're going to spread out. So the average true range for the MES futures, you see that gray number over there? It's 207.51. Okay. So the average true range is about 200 ticks. If we go back to the 15-minute. So this is what you're gonna keep that number 79 and then 200 in your mind, okay? 79 and 200. Institutions have enormous amounts of money flow, and they can't just make trades because there might not be enough volume to execute the trades. If you understand how trading works, it's a buying and selling market, right? So if somebody's buying, somebody else has to sell. And if someone's selling, someone else has to buy, right? So if a company's dumping like $100 million worth of stuff, who somebody else has to be buying it, right? And sometimes there isn't that liquidity in the markets. So this is where market makers come along, and they create fake liquidity candles, and they create space for orders to happen. So if this opening candle at the beginning of the day in the 15-minute chart is 25% or more of the average true range, which is 200, then it's a fake candle. Well, not a quote-unquote a fake candle, but they've artificially created liquidity for the market to be able to flow at the beginning of the session. So it didn't happen today. I mean, it did happen today, but I'll tell you why the setup didn't happen today. Basically, 79 points is up more than 25%, right? So you just draw a little box around that 15-minute range. So now this is kind of your artificial liquidity creation range. And what usually happens is whichever direction the stock market or the commodity that you're trading crosses, whichever direction it crosses into, it'll generally reverse. And it'll usually reverse through this box or trade into this box. Now, we did get a reversal down here, you can see. If we go to the 5-minute chart, you can see a little bit better. We did get a bit of a reversal, but I just didn't get enough momentum. There was a lot of news that was coming out. I think Trump made his announcement here, had a little press briefing, whatever, and we just started dumping from there. But this should generally cross back into this box and just reverse, because this range here was artificially created to get orders to be filled. And then the momentum will carry it down, and then it'll kind of reverse back up to what it naturally wanted to do. In this case, that didn't happen, but about 85% of the time, it does.
1 minute.
And I'll take us back another day here. And this did happen.
1 minute.
I'm going to turn this alert off. We don't need this alert right now. So this was the 15-minute range, this box, right?
Simple divergence pair.
So to 8:30. So from this opening range here, touched up to... Oh, actually, did I mess this up? Did I mess this up? Hold on. Did I mess up this box? 30. No, this was your first candle here. Okay, this came right before open. So this was your first candle, so same thing. It met the requirements. So this was an artificially created to fill the need for liquidity. And then basically you can go to your either 5-minute or 1-minute interval. Where are we? Right over here. I try on the 1 minute because I'm a lunatic. And then you look for a reversal signal, right? So it crossed up into this range. So then we're looking for a movement down. We're looking for downward pressure to cross back through this box. Your take profits once again are the edge of these boxes. So we did get a reversal up here. Okay, it lined up with the stochastics, touching the short range stochastics, touching the top of the range there. And I actually got into this trade, got in here, and I got out here. I didn't follow through. Now it once again turned around because of positive news about the war and whatever, but you would have had a nice, simple setup there. And same thing over here. This is our opening range. It met our criteria of the volume of this being, like the range of it, being 25% or more of, or at least more than 25% of the average true range in the day on the S&P 500, on the MES, which is 200. It's a 200 range, and then we waited for it to cross. So it did two things. It crossed in two places. You could have got in right here. This was a clear reversal, and you could have taken profit here and then taken profit right there. And there's one more thing I forgot to mention. This trade only can occur the first 90 minutes of the day. After that, this first candle means nothing anymore. It's gone. It's done. And nothing else matters because there's so much other stuff that comes in. So for market open, if it's 9:30 for you, you got an hour and a half to execute that trade. Okay. So I'm, and this is in the evening actually. So I did this at when market opened after futures only closed for 1 hour, right? So I did the same sort of thing. Usually if there's news or whatever, you get some of these big candles in the evening markets. So that's what I did. But then you're getting close to like, well, Japan's going to open and other markets are going to open, and then I try and stay away from that. Yeah. I'll give one more example and then we're done, just to show you that it's a really great system. Did I delete the box? I may have deleted the box. Or was that 1, 2? Yeah, I may have deleted it. It was glitching on my platform. It was, but we can do a base case here. So like March 18th, that was 2 days ago, right? March 18th, 8:30. Is this the 8:30 candle right here? Okay. So remember, our average true range is essentially 200 on the ES. So this is 64. So 64 out of 20, we just hit the 25%, right? So what we would do is we would draw a candle now. And we would draw a rectangle around that candle, which is this one. So the bottom and the top. And unfortunately, this wouldn't meet the requirement. We would have a pullback here, but you wouldn't. Actually, you did hit the profit. Let's go to the 5 minute. Oh, it takes me to the front automatically. Okay, here we are. So, and this is a good example that we at least touch this range. Okay. So this was we met our criteria. We drew our diagram. We drew our box, and then we're watching. Does it break above the box, above that range, or does it break below the range? In this case, it broke below the range pretty aggressively, right? 2 5-minute candles that were really, really huge. There's a lot of volume there too. I'm trying to see how can I find the volume here? I usually use a different chart for this. That's okay. So here we had some definitive bullish signals, reversal signals. We had an engulfing candle here. It engulfed all 3 of these, all 4 of these. And then when I would get the confirmation here if it kept going past these wicks, and I probably would enter here. And then this is, like I said, this purple line of your box or whatever your box is, that should be your first take profit. Okay, put some money away. So if you would have entered here, which I would have done, you would have taken the profit there. And then you can set your stop a little bit higher, because in this case, it did just dump. Hold on, I'll call you back. So this is a very easy trade to take. You don't really need to think about it. And this is one of the setups that I teach in our course, in our crypto empowerment course. And the other one is the quad rotation, which I did not invent, but I combine it with some other indicators like this volume profile that I use for order flow as well. So yeah, you can make a decent living doing this. I mean, like this is obscene, right? Like I don't need to make $1,169 a day. If you make $100 a day, you're earning $3,000 a month. Yeah, $100 a day. You're basically doing a second job, and you don't need to sit at the computer all day to do it. Just something to think about, something to keep in perspective. If I'm making $1,100 a day consistently, that's $30,000 a month. But that's very hard to do. You're gonna have down days, and when you see big swings, you're gonna wanna win money back. You're gonna want to emotionally trade. You need to set limits for yourself. You need to set boundaries. You have to say, okay, I'm only doing X amount of trades in a day, like max 10 trades, max to 2 contracts. And if I hit that mark and I'm negative, I just have to stop, because you'll want to. I've blown up many accounts. I've lost tons of money learning all this stuff. Tons of money. Don't do it. Don't, like, just learn from me and don't do that. Learn from me and don't do that. And paper trade. I'm too stubborn. I never wanted to paper trade. I wish I would have, because I would never risk my own capital and I would have been able to refine these strategies. Now I can just hop in and I can do this. And of course, in the stochastic ones, I do draw all these trend lines because they give you a good indication of how things are moving. So like on the 1 minute, on the 1 minute chart here, do you see how this is range bound? So we're really literally bouncing between this zone, right? We kind of went under a little bit here, but then when you break these trend lines and you start moving against the grain, when your 20-day moving average crosses your 50, and when we got our stochastics all crossing these oversold lines starting to move towards the buy pressure, that's a perfect indicator for you to get in. And you won't really be hurt that badly if you get in at this moment here and at these moments here where we're breaking. So you could have even waited till confirmation here, especially because it pulled back. Crossing this trend line is just, it's a great confirmer that things are moving in a bullish direction, and they probably won't break back down, because once you've crossed this, like, look how long it took us to break that line. This was 1321, so 121, and we only broke it at 251. So an hour and a half, we've just been trading in this zone, bouncing off this level, and then we finally break it. So this resistance zone now becomes a support zone. And these two horizontal lines I drew here, they're from high amounts of order volume earlier, like in the week or the month. So you know that there's a lot of people that are putting buys here. And you can also, I also use this volume profiler, right? So it shows the volume of buys and sells. Okay, the blue are buy orders, the yellow are sell. So we have an enormous amount of buying pressure here, and the largest amount of orders are right here where this red line is in this time frame. And then if I spread it out, it'll show me how it distributes based on this curve here. So the largest amount of orders here. So I knew when we crossed this section that we'd had a lot of buyers and sellers piling in here. So this now becomes a point of either resistance and pushes it back down, or support and pushes it back up. In this case, it was support. So that's another confirmation. That's another place you could enter into your position again. The last thing I'll say, this blue line that I have on here, this blue line, that is the 200-day EMA. So exponential moving average. And the 200 EMA is often a very aggressive form of resistance or support. A lot of people use it to trade. A lot of people will put their stop losses or their buy orders there. So generally when you hit this blue line, you're going to bounce. And that's exactly what happened right here. As soon as we hit that blue line, we bounced down. Now, it could break past it after, but anytime you touch this for the first time, it's always going to reverse and bounce. Guaranteed, because people have tons of orders placed. And then I can teach everyone how to use this DOM. So this just shows you all the orders that are placed on the ticker tape, right? So we have 30 orders at 28.95, we have 45 at 31.80. So this kind of shows you how people are feeling and the orders that they're placing. For example, this 121, it's a huge order up here compared to the rest, right? So as this ticker, as it's not price, but as the value is getting higher, these are most likely stop orders. So you would think that the higher the number is, the more resistance it'll offer because of the buying pressure downward. But if someone just removes their bulk order from 120, they're just like, oh, I had 80 orders down. I don't like, just like that. You see, it disappeared. So that's probably a trailing stop. It's moving with this figure. Now you watch, if this number comes up, the 125s will appear there again. So just like I did, sometimes I removed my stop because of how I was feeling about stuff. If they remove it, there's nothing holding that price action back, and it'll just blast through it and move up. So there's a lot of ways to confirm what you're doing and to trade safely and responsively and only with what you can afford to lose. Okay. Same thing on the way down. You see here you see we hit it, and there's an opportunity now to bounce because we hit that 200-day moving average, but we have been flirting around it. So a lot of that mass volume that's kind of accumulated there in longer sort of trading strategies has already kind of disappeared. You know, if you notice, we've been trading under that 200-day moving average since like 11:50 this morning Central Time, and that we just touched it for the first time at market close at 3 p.m. So that's why that bounce happened, because we had those orders just stagnant there on the 200-day moving average. You can actually link your orders to different indicators. So I could actually place an order. I don't know how to do it on this platform, but I know how to do it on NinjaTrader. I can attach my order to the 200-day moving average. So if the price touches the 200-day moving average, because you see it moves, right? So if I just put a buy order up here, it'll never, a sell order up here, it'll never, oh, I can't do it right now, but it'll never move if I put it up here. But if I attach it to this, then that sell order is moving with this trend line. There's a lot of cool stuff you can do. And yeah, we did bounce when we hit it too. So point proven. Anyways, that's kind of it. I'm just going to do these trading sessions probably every day, or I might pick a specific day to do it, because I also need to take a break from trading every day. So if you guys have any questions, shoot. Otherwise, I'm gonna log off. I'll wait like 5 minutes here. I guess Bitcoin came down. Oops, I don't want that. Yeah, Bitcoin does. So remember, we were getting that sell signal on Bitcoin. I did dump. 44 points. I don't know how much a tick is on Bitcoin. I gotta check that out. I rarely ever trade Bitcoin on futures. There's just not enough volume. You see all these huge volume spikes? I just don't like it. You can practice this. You can paper trade on TradingView too, I believe. So there's a lot of opportunities. Silver had some good moves today. We really dumped on silver down to 67. We knew that was coming. We knew that was coming. Okay. Cool. I'm out of here, guys. Take care. I appreciate you guys tuning in. And maybe see you guys on the weekend. We're getting ready for that free webinar. We're super excited for it. I actually should post it in the chat. I gotta optimize all this stuff. Yeah. We're gonna be good. I'm excited. Hope everything looks great. Hope it sounds great. Have yourselves a great weekend. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.